Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I have two articles, one from Agency France-Presse and the other one from the New Voice of Ukraine. And I will just show you how these guys contradict one another because they're not in contact. And I'm going to show you how the Ukrainian outlet, the New Voice of Ukraine, will tell us in an article that they almost destroyed all the Wagner group fighters in Bakhmut. But then the next day, which is today, Agency France-Presse tells us that the Wagner group is actually advancing, and they take pictures with the center of Bakhmut. Now, which one is lying? Can you guess? All right, let's see what's going on here. So this is the article from yesterday, from March 10th. Ukrainian army destroys most of Wagner PMC near Bakhmut, military spokesperson says. Most. Okay, how much is that? 80%, 90%? And how do you know that? If Wagner owner Yevgeny Prigozhin continues to quarrel with Russian command and Russia's chief of staff Valery Gerasimov, according to communication intercepted by Ukraine. I don't believe it, but hey, well, we'll find out, right? And I'm quoting, he has a desire to preserve his military and political identity, but he was prevented by the skill of the Ukrainian armed forces, which almost destroyed Wagner's grouping, and they suffered significant losses. Cherevanti states, I don't believe, most of them fell near Bakhmut. Their inglorious history is over in the medium term. Okay. Earlier, Cherevanti said, the Russian invasion forces have lost tens of thousands of their soldiers in the Battle of Bakhmut. Okay, well, this is what you say. Now let's go to Agency France-Presse, right here. Wagner says Russian fighters near central Bakhmut. This was today, March 11, 2023, at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, that was an hour and a half ago. So 4 minutes read. Okay, now what's interesting is they show you this map, and this is the map as of March 9th, right? So obviously 2 days ago. So it says here that this color, the red color, whatever it is, it says asserted Russian control. This a little bit lighter, it's area of Russian operations or attacks, and here the lighter one is claimed Russian controlled. So let's see here. Where is Bakhmut? It's kind of like whatever it is. But see Bakhmut? They say this is where the river is, right? Bakhmut River, straight here. I made a video about this, where they say, well, there the front line in Bakhmut is by the river. Well, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. Look at this thing right here. I think it's right here, the line of fight. And this is a little bit, and boof, they close this, and you're done. And that's not everything about this article. And we find that the head of the Russian paramilitary group, Wagner, said Saturday, which is today, his fighters were near the center of Bakhmut, as a top Ukrainian commander insisted it was important to buy time ahead of an oncoming counteroffensive. Okay, so that's the goal. So you have this because you buy time. How many will be encircled over there and taken prisoner or maybe killed? British intelligence said in an update the front line has shifted in the fight for Bakhmut, the longest and the bloodiest battle of Moscow's one-year invasion, but that any further Russian advance in the devastated town could be highly challenging. I don't think so. I don't think so. The only barrier that you have is this river right here. These guys are coming around you. As far as I can tell. I don't know if you guys have a different opinion, you tell me. But what I see here is this. These guys get encircled. And then it's Kramatorsk and Sloviansk right here. See these things? Anyway, let's move on. Some military experts have questioned the sense of the continued fight for Bakhmut, but Ukrainian officials said that the town's fall could lead to further Russian advances in the east. Yeah, that's clear, but these guys were saying, well, if the Russians win, it's not a big deal. If we win, oh my God, great success right there. Now, In a video released Saturday, this is important right here. Not that what I said so far isn't. Yevgeny Prigozhin, chief of Russian mercenary group Wagner, said that his forces were close to the administrative center of Bakhmut, standing on the top roof of a high-rising building in what is said to be Bakhmut. Well, Prigozhin is seen pointing towards a building in the distance, and I'm quoting, "This is the building of the town administration. This is the center of the town," end quote, he said. And I'm quoting again, "It is 1 kilometer and 200 meters away," said Prigozhin, who was clad in full military gear. He's a warrior. Yeah, well, at least he's over there. He's clearly on a rooftop, right? Right here, rooftop. So that means he exposes his bare chest, hairy chest, to the Ukrainians. Shoot me. Give me peace or give me liberty. Give me a peace. All right, so speaking as artillery boomed in the background. Say whatever you say, my friends. We're here making fun, but the guy's over there. Prigozhin said the most important thing now was to receive more ammunition from the army and move forward. It doesn't seem like they're done, are they? According to this Weasel article that I just did, right? Doesn't seem to me, anyway. Wagner has been spearheading offensives against cities in eastern Ukraine, including Bakhmut. Both sides have suffered heavy losses. Oh, I thought only the Russians. Earlier this week, Wagner said its fighters had captured the eastern part of Bakhmut, a killing zone. Now we have Serhiy said on Saturday the fight for Bakhmut helped win time in preparation for a future counteroffensive. Okay, well, that's good for you. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's see. I want to give you this, and this is not a section of hailing Prigozhin, but put it this way: Prigozhin, even if he comes 5 minutes on the front, goes in his helicopter and goes to his hotel room to whatever, he comes over there. He shows his face not in the buildings. I think all of the pictures that I watched, that I saw, I viewed, I looked over with the Ukrainian generals showing up in Bakhmut, yeah, they were inside. They were in closed, no windows, no lights, not outside. They were inside. Well, they say supposedly, what was the expression this guy used here? When they say supposedly is in, all right, this is a center, in what is said to be Bakhmut. So standing on top roof of a, let me put it so you can see what I'm doing here. So right here, standing on the rooftop of a high-rise building in what is said to be Bakhmut. It means it's not certain. Man, he's outside. Okay, he's outside. He exposes his melon to a sniper or a bomb or something. All the other Ukrainian generals, he's not a general, he's a chef, remember, chef, just cutting cucumber and all that and serving it to people, remember? He's a chef, just Putin's chef. And the other ones are generals. What's his name? The one that is now in charge of the ground forces. I can't remember his name. Not Zaluzny. Zaluzny is the big guy. Big guy. Good guy. I like Zaluzny. I know, he gives me a good vibe. Can I have vibes? Good vibes? Since I can have gut feelings, I think I'm entitled for a little while, short spurs, I can have a good vibe about Zaluzny. Anyway, he didn't step on my cock yet, so he's good. Now, this guy, Prigozhin, all these guys who show up in Bakhmut from the Ukrainian side, just look at the articles. And these are good pictures. They're all in the rooms with lights, electricity. And you have, people around looking at some maps or talking. But they never say over there in what it could be, it might be, is said to be. No, he is in Bakhmut. Okay, well, I don't know. I have no evidence to dispute that. That's why. But I just raise questions. But when this guy shows on the top of the high-rise building and he's like, I'm right here. You know, and what is sad. And the Ukrainians usually show his coordinates. I covered another, not coordinates, but according to his background, they pinpoint where he's at. I covered an article about 3-4 days ago, and where he said, well, we're almost in, over there is, again, we're close to this, we're going to do this. And the Ukrainians said, well, he's not on the front, he's not in Bakhmut, he's 4 miles away from Bakhmut. And he showed, you know, some with a red, with some red, you know. See, he's right here, he's not over here, he's 4 miles away. He's 4 miles away, okay? Those guys are in rooms with no windows. I don't know where they're at. Are they in Moscow? Are they in Poland? Are they in Tahiti? I don't know. But these guys, oh, he's only 4 miles. He's not where he says he is in the front line. Well, I think the 4 kilometers, whatever he was, or 2 kilometers, I think you're in the front line. They can shoot you right there with a rifle if they go one mile away. And they do go, if they're good. So now he's over there on top of that building, and I'm surprised. I'm very surprised that this guy is still alive, Prigozhin, because he flies, and then he doesn't get shot down. He flies, you know, like the pilot or something, but he flies. He exposes himself over there. He's not in Moscow or wherever, and he's still alive. And I'm expecting this guy to be, you know, but. Or maybe he knows, like Zelensky, that he can't be killed. But you know, you have crazy people on the territory and say, that's the Prigozhin, where's the order not to kill him? Smack, boom, that's it. And okay, got shot, you know. Anyway, this is the little thing. The Wagner group is done. The guy shows himself on the rooftop, and you know, I gave him that. I gave him that he's over there. How always shaved, you know what I mean, not like me, always shaved over there. That means he's just came from the hotel room. Hey, baby, you were good this morning. Yeah, that's good. You know, you find the money on the countertop or whatever. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.